Okay, first of all, I just want to say thank you, God. Um, to hear these perps trying to make me subscribe to how they've designed the reality of what this is about, it's comical and disturbing. And I don't understand how people can live life tricking themselves to think that way. First of all, they tell me they're gonna frame me with children. First sign that is low life or something else. And it's truly delusional to think that a target individual who's so much aware in regard of the testimonials, who spoke for the awareness of what this is about, to think that you can design a reality in that way and I'm gonna let that happen. These perps are disgusting. And they do everything in my mind to just kind of play with me. Now let me just start with an introduction. You see me always covering my face. Since my first video, I've covered my face. And that's because, first of all, initially I was looking for a job and I didn't want to, give them any, even though I know everybody's watching me, knows it's me. But I never wanted to give them more to it. And on top of that, the videos are about my testimonials, but my testimonials are about being a target individual, and there's so many of us. So it doesn't need to be uniquely about me and who I am, but as a target individual. And I know there's a lot of things that happens to us that's systematically happening to others. The tactics of the tormenting and the way we are being utilized is very systematic. So as a target individual, I understand that I'm a test subject. I understand the technology we deal with, what's happening to us, is something way bigger than what is presented to us. We're just utilized as basically lab rabbits, but in open air. And technology that is so advanced are being applied onto us is horrible. Not because it's just happening to me, but it's happening to men, women, and children. And it's so disturbing to know that human subject can be utilized in this fashion. And because the technology that we deal with and we're test subject to are so advanced that the horribleness of it all can be done to you remotely. And it can attack you physically. For example, for me, my body damaged, destroyed slowly. Almost, unable to eat. Bones decaying, body decaying, organs decaying, slow process. But also attack your mind psychologically, alter the mind. And that makes something else here. When you deal with the technology that alter your mind, even your thought process can be altered and rewired. And the trash around you involved in the program that clearly they know what they're part of, they know what they sign up for, they know what exactly they're in, they know the truth about what they exactly are part of. They know that this program that they chose to partake in is a program that kills babies and women, torture them. They know that very well. Now, opportunists are going to be opportunists, and this technology is a technology that everybody will want to be involved in. But to think that they now should be seen in this fashion, it's just clowns who wants to enjoy these things in this opportunist ways, in deluded way. It's so nasty. And then they have the audacity, it's going to be out of court because we're going to frame you so you can pay for this trash ass killing babies and women. And you think I'm going to allow you to just delude yourself? And they use these facades of like we're just some kind of feminist adventures and mothers and trash ass for all the mothers dying in this program, all the women that's dying in this program, all the children that does. You think I'm going to let this clown just go into this disgusting foulness that they're involved in? Then you contract childlike individuals that they're putting their life in jeopardy. They are making kids think that they're heroic for pretending to get raped. Oh my gosh, come near me, I'll show you how heroic you are. Grown men and women involved in this, allowing their own children to partake in this fashion. And think the guy who they're doing that to is just going to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to... It's going to be bad. As a target individual, my mind, as a target individual dealing with this altering of the mind, they are, and this is something they do systematically. They make the target individual, because this technology has the ability to alter the mind and change your brain and change who you are and recreate reality in the ways they want to. It is nasty. It is foul. And then they have these layers of retards. I shouldn't say this. They're not retards, and excuse my language for saying that word. They are opportunist trash that think the way they can just try to gaslight you should make you accepting of this false persona. You've seen a bunch of videos I've made, random stuff that they try to utilize. Even right now, they try to concoct something else to try to make me subscriptive of this manipulation. They have no shame to paint the persona they've put together because they concocted, thinking that that's going to make somebody identify with this. Then you have children who think that, oh, he's probably thinking that's come on. And I'm sorry for that, because I'm just imagining, not even imagining, I've seen this trash child, like teenage kids coming near me thinking that I'm going to just be so pacific. Because I'm being manipulated in a way that's degrading. They force me to get sexual stimulation toward children of all ages, the little ones to the older kids. And then they contract this trash to try to gaslight me into accepting this manipulation. There's a manipulation utilized to break down target individual. They are utilizing this pedophilia type of torture as a tool to break the target individual. It's done systematically. What I mean by that is they can make you have sexual stimulation, thought process that are degrading and pedophilia centric. And they use that to kind of break you down. Because the technology that we're talking about is a technology that's being weaponized. This program is led by governmental entities. Wherever you see in front of you, they're just the clowns that are supposed to confuse you into something else. I'm at the office. I'm supposed to think it's some feminist protectors of children. There's this woman who always there's like a portal for employees to go get benefits and resource. And there's a picture of a child, and so she will show she'll open that and be like, oh, you see that she was like trash. Just manipulate my brain this way, and then she'll walk away like she's just like it's her money. It's like it's her technology, and she just investigates like you've been just playing my brain this ways. Every time I see these little kids, little babies to the older kids, you're going to manipulate me in these ways. And then you're going to act like I should be identified with these things. They have no shame. Like, oh my gosh, she's so you. It's like, yeah, right. You're putting this trash that force people to have sexual arousals in this disgusting way so they can act like they're protecting children and actually break down the target individual with this manipulation. They're nasty. But just be aware that this is not what you're being presented. It's a foul thing where you are just a test subject and they're going to maximize you as a test subject. They're going to get the most they can get out of you as being a test subject. And they have no shame. Because it's clear that the technology is there to force somebody to think this way. The technology is there to make somebody have this experience, this stimulation. Some of them is even basic technology because they were able to do that in the 50s. Sexual arousals. They could do that back then with electrodes in play. Now, of course, now the technology is so advanced, no electrode is needed. They can just make you have sexual stimulation. No, nothing implanted. And they can do way more than just make you have sexual stimulation. Your thought process they can just really overlay a thought process that's not even yours. The way you even reason is not even yours. Your memory is falsified like it's nothing. They can manipulate your memories however they want to. And sometimes the way to make me subscribe, they not manipulate my brain, is because sometimes they bring some random memories. Like, you see, we can access these memories. Like, of course, you can access and manipulate the brain. You can read and write memories. Then they have these clowns that act like a certain way, become all like buffoons and just like clowns and theatric nobodies that try to make you subscribe to this. Target individual, you gotta be strong. For example, right now, the current mental battle they're having right now. I was watching something about this artist, and it's like, I remember when I was like 5, 6 years old, I remember listening to a song from Bob Marley, and it made me, that's when I knew I wanted to, like, that's when music moved me, and they're like, oh, you remember, you see, 5, 6. Then there's a thing with me, what they do. You've seen in many of my videos, talk about what I did when I was in freaking middle school, 8th grade. Trying to utilize this act of me being a child who just turned 14, not even just fully 14, maybe about to turn 14, who just turned 14. This impulsive act that they try to exaggerate. And they're like, no, now you pay. And the truth is, they're just utilizing that to try to make me accept of these current experiences. But at the same time, they act like they're Avengers. And they try to exaggerate what I did, because what I did, it was not as exaggerated as they tried to create. But it was an appropriate act of a child who just turned 14 years old. But these fuckers that are involved in a program that's killing and torturing children in so many different ways, atrocities that you can't even understand, are the one try to make it sound like they're making you pay trash. You think you're gonna make me pay being involved in a program that's torturing children? You delusional trash. These people have no shame. And because they try to be like, no, she remembers. I don't even remember doing that. That's such an impulsive act. And I was an older kid, a 13, 14-year-old. So they're like, no, you traumatized. Like, no. I can't even remember me doing it. And I was an older kid. That was such a... And not to say it's not inappropriate, but that's what a kid can do. But the sad part is they try to negate too, that they involved in a program where that torture women that were abused and raped and molested by the fathers. There's a testimony of Megan, who just remembers when she was at 4, 5, her father doing things to her. And today she's a target individual that goes through horror, tortures, and her life has been a life of just sadness and this horror through her whole life. And today as a target individual, it's the same cycle of just horribleness. She gets hit with all this technology and this directed energy that target even the private parts constantly. Far low life. And so they will admit like, nah, she remembers, she doesn't know. But you know who remembers? Remember really what happened to her? Megan. What you try to do is try to exaggerate that as a child and act like, oh, she was traumatized. No. Because it was not that bad. It was inappropriate, but it's not that bad. But you were involved in a program that tortured children, harmed them, burned them, zapped them, sick them, seizure them, cancer them, torture them. I'd rather die in hell. I'd rather be castrated than be involved in anything that does that to children. And then be angry and enraged them for a night of a child. They'll lose no trash. They have no shame. And they try to make these tortures create a theatric torture to negate what they do to babies. Then send the trash retards that are being groomed in a program where they're killing kids. Life comes... I'd rather suffer in hell. Individual, be lucky. Take things for what they are. Let me just say that's better. See things for what they are. You are not being tortured by a group of organization that's something. It's the government. You are not unique. The people who partake in that, they know what they're involved in. They know who else is dying and suffering in this program. Most of them are aware of how horrible this program is. And not horrible because it's happening to you, but horrible because they know children are dying in this. Horrible because they know what exactly this program is about. So for me, when I see them, and I see them acting this way, I see them truly for what they're involved in. Truly, not the stupidity, the way they try to put things together and try to be like, oh, pay for it, trash ass. You think you can kill, you think you can be involved in anything that does this evilness to children, I'm going to let you live your fantasy? Where's your rage there when you hear children being tortured? Nah, nowhere, huh? You gotta be strong. And you gotta see this trash for what they are. Because these clowns live life recreating reality and gaslighting you. gaslighting you to make you accepting of these manipulations, gaslight you to make you believe that they're this avenging group of people, gaslight you that to make you think that they shouldn't be the one killed and tortured. Be strong. Strong in knowing who you are, the reality of what you're part of, and don't subscribe to this nastiness.